Hello there everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about all the manga that I own but have not read yet. So in total, I have 9 mangas that I own that I have not read yet. Most of them are completed. Some of them are not completed yet and they're still being released. There's others that I think are completed, but I haven't gotten the last few volumes to have the whole completed series. So I'll be going into details about which mangas fit into those categories. So the first manga series I have yet to start is Rasetu. I have volume 1 through 9 and that is a complete series. I read Urara, which is by the same mangaka, and I really liked that one. I enjoyed it so much. So I felt like I was going to enjoy this one even more because this one, the character, I think she's in her 20s. Yeah, so Rasetu Hyuga works for an exorcist agency where she uses her special powers to banish evil spirits. There's a story behind the red flower mark on her chest, though. It's a momentum left by a powerful spirit who vowed to claim her on her 20th birthday. Unless Rasetu can find true love by then, she is fated to become his. Yako Hoshino, a young man with spiritual powers of his own, comes to the agency seeking help with a possessed book. He's seen a lot of strange phenomenon in his day, but the last thing he expects to see is Rasetu bearing a striking resemblance to his old lover, Urara. So this came after Urara, so I plan to read this, and again, I find it more interesting because the character is a lot more older than Urara. Urara took place in like high school, and she's like close to being 20, so yeah, I think it should be enjoyable. I was gonna wait until like October to read this, but I might as well just get started with it. Next on my list is Dreaming Sun, and I think this is the same mangaka for Orange, which I love Orange too, and I still have Orange Future, which I have not read yet. I did read Orange to Me to You. So this series, I don't have all of the mangas. I have 1 to 7, so I need 8, 9, and 10. And 10 is the last volume. I'm still gonna start reading this. I've heard some pretty good things about this series, about a girl, and she moves out of her house because she feels like she doesn't belong. She runs into this guy, and he offers her a place to stay. He has like 3 conditions. So the next manga series I have yet to read is Daytimeshooting Star. I've heard so many good things about this. Okay, so it says after arriving in Tokyo to live with her uncle, Suzumi collapsed in a nearby park. When she remembers once seeing a shooting star during the day, a handsome stranger brings her to her new home and tells her they'll meet again. Suzume starts her first day at her new high school, sitting next to a boy who blushes ferociously at her touch, and her homeroom teacher is none other than the handsome stranger. She's caught in between 2 lovers, I guess, or 2 guys. I hope it's the student and not the teacher, I swear to God. Still excited to read it. Again, a lot of people seem to really love it, so. And I have the complete series from 1 to 12, so I can dive into this. So the next 2 mangas that I will mention are by the same mangaka, and that is Kaori Ozaki. And this one is a one-shot from the mangaka, and it's called The God's Lie. I haven't heard many people talk about this manga in particular, so I want to give it a shot. I really like the cover of it. I think it's so beautiful, and I saw the art too. The art's really nice. I think this mangaka also wrote another series that came out quite recently called The Dog's Punching Bag. I think I've mentioned it before. I really want to get my hands on that one too, but I first want to see like how much I like this one, and then the next series I'll mention. This one is a one shot, and it says here, Natsuru Nano, a 6th grader who lives with his mother, strikes up an unlikely friendship with the reserved and driven Ryo Suzumura. Natsuru plays hockey from soccer camp that summer, and instead of telling the truth to his mother, he spends all his time with Ryo and her kid brother at their rickety house, where a dark secret threatens to upend their fragile happiness. And it's a one-shot, so this will definitely be easy to get through. The next series, again by the same mangaka, is called Golden Sheep, and this is a 3-volume series, so another easy one to get through. And this one says, Tsugu Mikura, a high schooler who loves to play guitar, had to move away from the rural town where she had spent her childhood due to family circumstances. After several years, she's back in her old hometown, reunites with her childhood friends, Sora, Yushin, and Asari, friends she had buried a time capsule with back in elementary school. Sugu is overjoyed to be with her friends once more, but the bonds that she thought would never change have in fact started to grow major cracks. So I think I read a few pages of this and it was already like getting deep. Like some pretty deep stuff happens within the first few pages. I love that. So I think I'm going to enjoy this very much. So the next manga series I have here is Komomo Confiserie. This one is an older series, and this one is about a little girl named Komomo Ninomiya, delighted in picking on Natsu Azumi, the son of her family's pastry chef. 10 years later, when the family fortune is lost and she has no place to live, Komo encounters Natsu again in her hour of need. Now that Natsu is a master pastry chef in his own right, he'll help Kokomo, but only if she works for him at his new confiserie. This one, I read a few pages. It was so good. I was laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good. So this one is a 5-volume series. So again, this will be another easy one to get through. It's about sweets, and I love that. I love me some sweets. So for this next manga series, I've been really wanting to read it, but I have been holding myself back because I think the last volume is actually supposed to come out this year around March or April, around that time. So I have not touched it yet. Heard good things about it, and just the premise of it seems like I will really enjoy it and can relate to. That is Snow Angel. This one, just look at it. Just look how beautiful it is. Look how beautiful it is. It is so gorgeous. Basically, it's about this character named Muku Shiroshika, and she has a happy and carefree childhood, came to an abrupt end after her father's tragic death. The 10 years since she's worked as a thankless caregiver for her dementia suffering grandfather. Between taking care of her family, searching for a job, and enduring her grandma's constant criticism, Muku finds herself drowning. She's desperate to escape. With nowhere to go, Muku loses hope. That is until her childhood friend Yuto appears on her doorstep one snowy day, inspires her to live for herself. A lot of people were saying like it's given like eldest daughter syndrome, and just like, you know, having that weight of responsibility but also not really knowing where you want to be in life. Like, I totally feel that. Like, I totally feel that. So, and again, the cover is just so beautiful. And I have volume 1 and 2. I think 3 is supposed to come out soon, and I think volume 4 will be the last volume. I feel like I might put this last on my list because I don't want to read it and then fall in love and then like I'm stuck at volume 2 and that's it. Like, I don't have volume 3 and I don't want to be in that position, so I'm going to put this last like until all the volumes come out, and the next manga series that I will mention is one that is completed with volume 1 to 9, and that is Ima Koi, Now I'm in Love. This one, I think it's about a girl. Yeah, so it's about a girl who basically, she has never fallen in love. She falls in love for the first time, and it's basically just her and about how she navigates her first love, her first boyfriend. It's kind of, I guess, similar to Kara First a little bit. I don't know like how similar or how different it is. So once I read it, I'll let y'all know. I think they're just so cute, especially like, look how they are together. Like, it's just so cute. They're so cute. And then, oh my gosh, I should show you the back. I just love the art. It's so cute. So, yeah. Another thing I wanted to mention, almost more than half of the books I have not read are by Shoujo Beat. So, I don't know what that's about. I love Shoujo Beat. Okay, I have nothing against them, but I don't know. They're just like taking over most of the books I have like yet to read. So the last manga series I have yet to read, I only have 1 and 2. I know 3, 4, and even 5 already came out. 6 I think is supposed to come out this year, and that is Colette Decides to Die. I've heard nothing but good things about this manga series. Everyone who talks about it says that they love it. And it's basically around this apothecary called Colette, and she ends up dying, I guess, and she runs into Lord Hades, and it's basically just about her facing burnout, taking time off from her work, and other things like that. I think there's a lot more to it, but I kind of want to be like kind of clueless about what happens or what it's about really and just dive into it. This one I'm okay with taking my time with. Like, even if I finish volume 2 and I don't have volume 3 yet, like, I'll be okay. So I didn't mention this one because I technically already started reading it, but I haven't read the second volume, and the third volume is the last volume. I do plan to get that one. That series is You Can't Live All on Your Own. That one I talked about and I mentioned how much I liked it. And volume 3 is the last volume of the series. That is it for this video. Those are all the mangas that I own but I have not read yet. I feel like I will be pretty good throughout the year with just these 9 volumes because I've been really taking my time reading in general. Let me know if there are any mangas that you physically own but have not read yet, or if there's any mangas that you have not read yet but are really wanting to read. Let me know too in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.